part 2 of my daughter's birthday page. And so this is sort of a process video type of thing. And I am trying to figure out where some of my stuff on this layout is going to go. So I kind of like this. This is the good life. If I place that, it's going to need to, I kind of like it here, down under a little bit. I don't know where it should go. Okay, the point is don't, I think it should go down there. The point is don't think too much about it, because if you start thinking and thinking and thinking, then you'll stop making your layout. So just keep going. That's my advice. Have this. I think that's a little too white. I'm going to set that aside. I don't know as if I want it this heavy though, but I might cut this so it goes above and below that strip that I just placed. And so I've placed my background papers, I've placed the photos. Now I'm working on like the visual triangle of it all, and then I will add a title, and I'm going to cut this in half so I can make it go above and below that strip. I've got it like, and I just want to tuck it like tiny bit under if I can, yes. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's down, then this is going to go over, and then this is going to go just about here. Up. Okay. I think that's fairly straight. So I'm making a video about scrapbooking. I'm still not even perfecting. I'm just, because none of them are going to be perfect, but I'm just getting this habit down so I can feel more confident and have an easier time when I do try to make videos. And so I am Katie Scott. I'm not with, but I have a blog called Kiss and Tell Scrapbooking. It's a typepad blog, and I've had this blog since I think about 2007. I'm on the creative team over at Get It Scrapped, and what else? That's about all I have going on right now. I'm just an avid scrapbooker. I like to scrapbook every day if I can. I do go through periods when I don't scrapbook at all. And I look at that like, there's a podcast and a book writer named Todd Henry, and he talks about, oh, this would have been funny too. Oh, snap. Because maybe it goes here. He talks about like how creativity can have like seasons, like farmers have seasons, and I totally dig that concept, because I don't think you can be creative like all the time. I think that sometimes you just need to give it a rest. Like if you're not feeling it, stop for a while until you start feeling it again. I'm going to cut this out like it was an embellishment. This little camera here. So I think I have a mix of simple stories and crepe paper, like a birthday line from crepe paper. Oops. I did not cut that very well. Just doing what they call fussy cutting. I didn't know what that was called for a long time. It's kind of a silly, it's almost like an insulting word, isn't it? Fussy cutting. It makes you sound like you're all uptight about it. I'm not all uptight about this, and maybe I should be. Okay, so there's the little camera, which I think is also going to kind of go under. So I still need a title. I still need to start writing stuff. I do have a place for the journaling now. I do need the title, and then maybe a little bit more of the paper bits for the visual triangle, and then like the frosting comes. So this is about a cake, and cakes have like the ingredients. Oh, I was talking about farmers. I'll get back there. But yeah, cakes have ingredients, so like the foundation is your cake, and then you put the icing on, and then you put happy birthday to whoever you're saying happy birthday to. And then if you're really clever, you put like fancy little flowers and all sorts of things. So that's kind of like scrapbooking. Actually, when the Foolish Adventure podcast, they used to talk about cake decorating a lot in terms of like creating an online business, but I don't think they compared it to scrapbooking. But baking a cake is probably a lot like making a scrapbook page. Okay, back to farmers. So I tend to ramble. So anyways, the farmer like gets the seeds, and then he plants the seeds, and then there's a whole process to farming. And if I had a Pop Dot, if I had a hammer, but if I had a Pop Dot, I would use a Pop Dot on this. I don't have one, but I am going to need something in here just to fill up this awkward little, see that little gap? That's awkward. So I need something to fill that in. I'm not sure what yet. Could be this, but that yellow and that yellow don't really match. But that's okay. It kind of gives a little bit of tension to the page, but I don't think I actually want to use that. There's this. That's kind of pretty. A little bit of blue. Let's see if I can smush that down in there. I don't love it. Maybe like this. It's not so bad. Okay. So it needs to end right about here. I'm making a very precise line with the thumbnail. So there we go. Okay, farmers. Farmers get the seeds. They plant the seeds. They weed out the bad weeds. And then the plants grow and they pick them. It's still a little bit awkward right there, but that's okay. Where did the other? So I have this other little bit that I just picked off of that blue part. So I just want to put that somewhere, probably down here. I'm not sure exactly where. And I might do the little notched out thing like I did up there. So once you do one thing on the page, like try to keep doing that same thing. And that makes some consistency happen. Okay. I'm not like super loving that, but this little bit went down there. There's also a bit like that up here, and then there's this. So I have this notch out, this notch out. I'm going to need a notch out up here too, but I haven't gotten there yet, but it could be that it's my party. And I could it's going to make it a little bit difficult just the way that the way they already have it is a little strange. It's not the way I would have done it. Just going to make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, I really don't like that. I'm not going to notch it the way they had it notched. So this is not as, it's a different angle, but it's still a notch. Ta-da. So I've done that same shape, and now I am going to oh, this is super awkward. This is not my best work. It's okay. I don't think, I should just not do it, right? But my other theory is no one will notice or care. Maybe scrapbooking people will. Nobody else will. So it's going to stay, even though I don't think that's perfect. I think that's too heavy for the top of the page, but I don't care. It's okay. So now I notice I have brown. I need another brown down here at the bottom, and it might be this O-snap, or this is sort of eat cake. I think I am going to use that even though it's seriously close to the dog accident. Because it was a funny thing. It wasn't fun. Like, we weren't making fun of our dog. We loved our dog so much. But it was kind of funny. In a really sad kind of a way. In a, like, you could cry or you could laugh about it kind of a situation. So I'm going to... Oh, there's 2 different colors of eat cake. Huh. There's the brown one. Oh, that's... And then there's blue, which doesn't really go with anything else on the page. And I wanted to use that was supposed to be brown. And red isn't brown at all. Oh, I've solved no problems here. Maybe the happy birthday is the brown that I'll use instead of the eat cake. Maybe the eat cake will go somewhere else. We shall see. So I'm just cutting this out. So I know I've been rambling and anyways, I think there's seasons to creativity just like farming, so that if there's some times when in your creative process where you're not going to feel like doing anything at all, and I really think at those times you should just not do anything. You should just let it be. Okay, I'm having like awkward placements all over the place, but it's okay. I'm gonna just keep going. It's okay, even if you know that like you're not following design rules and you know that what you're doing isn't perfect. I think sometimes just keep going anyways is a great strategy, because it gets done and you don't have to be like in love with every single page you make. You don't. Unless you're doing it for an assignment and you really want to, you know, you're on a design team or a creative team, then probably you should make sure the stuff you submit comes out pretty good. But I don't think for your own personal self, you need to make sure that every page is like super perfect. It just doesn't need to be. Like, it's okay if, like, I think this is awkward. I think this is awkward. It's okay. I still think this is awkward. But it's alright. I'm going to keep going. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out what that was supposed to spell. So I'm just going to never mind about those letters. I am going to hit the pause button, and so there'll be a part 3. This was part 2.